And good evening, everybody. Glad you're here tonight. This is Encounters and Ectos, and of course, brought to you by King's Cannabiz. Okay, I need to call Michelle. We're doing this from phones tonight. I got another tablet, so I have to get it all set up. So I got it today early, so hang on just a second and let me get Michelle on the line. Let's see, okay. Okay, getting her now. There she is.
Hello.
There you are. Okay, I believe we are live.
We're live or are we
No,
recording?
we are live.
Okay,
Yes.
so hi guys.
Yes, we are live.
I thought we were going to do a test run to see if it worked first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll just
why not?
go right into it. So welcome,
Okay.
everybody. Michelle is here, yay. I hope you all can hear her talk. Let me see what it does.
Well, I was going to see if we can get Chris to see if it does.
It looks like it's
Oh, it does record. It just records like me really low, or it sounds like it was.
The volume thing looks good, so.
We're having technical difficulties. If you can't tell,
yeah, I told them. Yeah, my tablet took a crap. Just and they checked it. It's dead. It died. So R.I.P.
Oh, that's wild.
R.I.P. my tablet. So crazy. It was crazy. I just used it. So
that is crazy.
Got another one, but it's not all set up. So okay, where is the volume on this thing?
I know this is
okay. I do believe I have to.
Okay. Last minute.
Yeah, volume is up, so we should go. We should be good.
All right, I'm gonna get somebody on the case here.
Okay. Hopefully this all works good tonight.
I'm gonna have Christopher on there and see if he can.
Okay.
Christopher Robin.
There we go. That'll work. Yeah, looks like I got the volume up. Looks good, I hope. So no music tonight. Hopefully I'll be able to access everything. So keep your fingers crossed.
All right, so this is Encounters and Ecto, which is a combination of Encounters of the Strange Kind, that show that Denise does, and Ecto, a show that I do. She does more like the freaky deaky, and I do more of the paranormal, for those of you who are just tuning in.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Just so you know.
Totally awesome stuff. Totally awesome. So, okay. What we're going to talk about tonight are fog creatures. I added butterfly people because that was so cool.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was crazy good.
Yeah. And parallel universes. So, a lot to talk about tonight.
Definitely. Okay, so
it's working. Yay! Thanks, Chris.
Oh, he says it is working. Yay! Okay.
So yay!
Woohoo! All right. So technical difficulties are not at the moment.
No, we're good.
I know, right? It's like it's that's the one thing about podcasting is like if one thing goes wrong, it's like you end up trying 10 million different things on how to fix it. It just never comes out right anyways. All right, so which one are we going to do first, the fog creatures?
Whatever you want to do, hon. I'm good.
And I also have a story, another one of, this is crazy, a ghost basically prevented a suicide.
Oh my gosh.
But not by the tactics, not like trying to talk him out of it by being mean, kind of like the water tower girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember the water tower girl.
Yeah, that one freaked me out for days.
No doubt. No doubt. Wow. Yeah, that was an interesting one, to say the least.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So,
I want
whatever you
to
want to start with, we could leave the story till later. Whatever you want to do,
Okay,
dear.
that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. Let's talk about the butterfly people first. Let's do something inspiring.
Okay, yeah, this is really crazy stuff.
All right, go. You go ahead and start. I'm still posting here on
Oh,
the
shoot. I
pages and
wasn't
all
either.
that.
I got to do that. Sorry. Duh. Yeah, we're posting
Oh,
too. So, the butterfly people are really, really cool. And people swear. And it's not just one person, lots of people.
yes,
So, it's just not one person saying this. It's, and people that didn't know each other. So
yes,
it's,
several.
yeah.
Yeah, so many, in fact, that they actually, when they did murals, it was in Joplin, Missouri, when the big tornado hit there, that
Mm-hmm.
so many people had seen these butterfly people that they actually incorporated butterflies into some of the murals that they put in the town afterwards.
There you go. That is
Oh,
wild. Wild. I love it. It's a great, great thing. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I'm getting it posted in Messenger here. So, just give us a
we're getting there,
moment.
guys.
You're good?
Yeah, good,
Okay.
right.
I think I got one more. Yep, there it is. Okay, we should be good. Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
I just had a friend of mine send me another story too. We'll do that next time.
Oh, okay.
You can come through it a little better, but yeah, it sounds like a pretty crazy story.
Very cool. Okay. Let's see if I can get it.
What are you trying to do?
Type.
Well, I'm not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
There's no
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry. Yeah, doesn't want to. There we go. Maybe I can get it now. My fingers get in the way sometimes. What I want to do.
We're listening to this going, why can't these broads ever get their crap together?
Yeah, I know, right? We do. We do. I think we
We
do
do
well.
sometimes, yeah.
A
Sometimes
lot
we
of
do.
times. A lot of times. So quiet over there. Hush up. Hush up out there in podcast land. I'm getting it now. Yay.
All
I
right, I
think my
got it.
fingers get in the way of what I want to do. That's what happens. Okay.
Got it in groups here.
Yep. Yeah, that was a surreal experience for the people in Joplin, actually, when that tornado came through. It was totally insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay, so what exactly is butterfly people, or what is the story of it?
they're the people consider them like guardian angels. Okay. Um, Stop it. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to throw this phone out in the road.
No, let's not do that.
When nothing, it was kind of surreal experience for them. Word of the butterfly people began to spread. It was pretty wild. Many people have related this story, and they're calling them guardian angels also. This is kind of a story of hope. The tornado struck on a Sunday. It flattened 1,000 homes. It was crazy. It was an EF5, so you know what kind of damage it did. Nature had won that battle. It also claimed some lives. So there was one guy, they were so certain he was dead, they sent him to the morgue.
Oh my
But
god.
he wasn't. It was crazy. He was thrown from a vehicle. They were in a vehicle. They both saw the same thing, though. People with wings.
That is
And a
so.
hand touched this one guy's shoulder. Her, Lilliard is her name. And she lay in the wreckage of the vehicle. She was a church-going person, apparently. She saw butterfly people, one with brown hair, the other blonde. And they were very calming. They calmed themselves. They were calm. They were cousins, by the way. And there's a mother running for shelter while holding her young daughter. And, of course, the wind just, threw them to the ground. The mother saw the twister lift a car and shoot it toward them. And she, of course, protected her daughter, over her and cradled her.
Yeah.
But it was an impact that never occurred. And when she looked up, her daughter said, "Didn't you see the butterfly people?" And she went on to say that she could see these butterfly entities carrying people through the sky. But the stories didn't end there. More people, always children usually, and from all around the city,
Yeah.
they all reported seeing the same thing, people with wings. And they were always described as butterflies.
Yeah, isn't that odd that
Yeah.
in like the Bible Belt of the country,
Yes.
that they wouldn't describe them as angels, but they all call them butterfly people.
Yeah, that is. I have to agree. I've
Yeah.
gotten goosebumps reading this. They saw them standing, flying over them in the storm, protecting them from debris.
Yes, that one story that I was telling you about those people that like their entire house was gone.
Yeah.
Except for the one closet. Now, just a closet, mind you, not like, some safe room or something. Just a closet. This lady and her children were in this closet, and the tornado, it was a direct hit, and it took their entire house. Their entire house was flattened, except for this one closet that her and her kids were huddled in.
Yeah.
And her son said that he looked up and he saw one of the butterfly people with her wings over the closet. And he could see like the debris hitting her. The debris was hitting the butterfly person. She was just smiling at him.
Wow.
Yeah.
It just I got goosebumps talking about some of this because it's so.
It's absolutely insane.
There was a car of a man and his daughter. They were in the car, but the little girl wasn't afraid because she said the butterfly people, or the beautiful butterfly people, were sitting in the car with them. Okay, so nothing happened. And another car account has a 4-year-old boy claiming 2 butterfly people held the car as the tornado tried to take it.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah, and another 4-year-old boy who was whisked 7 miles into a field told rescuers angels caught him and sat him down safely. Of course, angel visions and encounters are pretty common. But the butterfly people of Joplin are by so many people is unique. And it's and the mural is called The Butterfly Effect, Dreams Take Flight. So that is crazy stuff.
Isn't it? And there's so many. I mean, there's so many stories. I mean, it is crazy. Even the one where the little boy, his grandfather had died, and it was the same story. He said that when the rescuers came, his grandfather was passed away. His body was in front of the little boy, and he said, "That's okay. That's not my grandpa. The butterfly people took him up to heaven."
Oh.
So it's like the little boy knew, you know what I'm saying? And this is like all over Joplin that day. This wasn't just like a couple people, or I mean, how can people? I can understand like hysterical situations. Somebody might, see, but to call them butterfly people,
they didn't,
every single one of them.
Yes, they did not call them angels. Yeah.
So and even rescuers when they came on. Some of the adult rescuers had seen them standing over people, like with their wings on them, you know what I mean, just to comfort them or whatever.
Yeah.
There was an EMT lady that had seen one. So it wasn't just children, and it's to
Right.
me, it's like
Yeah.
wild. But it is wild that it was mostly children that did see them.
Yeah. And they're saying that all the people that had died that day, that they ushered them into heaven. So who's to say? And that little
Yeah.
boy that was found 6 miles from his home, not a scratch was on him. Not a scratch.
Well, it's weird as you hear about these stories
Yeah.
with these gargantuan storms like that.
Yeah.
That just the weirdest things happen.
Yeah.
Like the one of that baby that was ripped out of her mother's arm. The baby was
Oh
found a
God. Yeah.
mile away,
Yeah. It was
but
insane.
unharmed, like not even a scratch on the kid.
I know. Yeah. Come on.
So, it makes you wonder how those things happen.
Yeah. There was another little boy. His name was Eli. He was blown out of the house. But his parents found him outside of the wreckage, wrapped up like a burrito in a rug.
Oh my
They
gosh.
have no idea where the rug came from or how he got into it. And he said, of course, the butterfly people put him there, keep him safe. Wow.
See, so, and like I said, if it was just like a 1 or 2 person thing, I'd be like, well, they must have imagined it. Or, but for so many people and so many children to say the same exact thing,
Yeah. Yeah. Then
it had to happen.
definitely. How about these people? These are adults. They were took shelter in the church basement, and they were all trapped because all 4 walls collapsed into the basement. So,
Oh, wow.
but there were 6 very large men that nobody had ever seen before, and they lifted the walls away from the survivors, walked away, and they told them they had more people to save. So
And
they were fine.
so and that was the butterfly people?
Yes, the butterfly people.
Oh,
Nobody
wow.
had ever seen these people before. They had no idea who they were. Yes.
That is just crazy.
Yes.
As like I said, this is one of those stories where it's like
Yeah.
you just can't discount it. You can't, even the most skeptic of skeptics, there is just no way that you can sit there and say that every single one of these people just imagined this.
Yeah.
I just don't even think it's
One of the
possible.
nurses said she saw the butterfly people too. She saw
Oh,
them
really?
wrapping their wings around people to help comfort them and protect them. And they saw these butterfly people right before that EF5 hit, is what they're saying. Just before. So they didn't just come afterwards. They apparently arrived right before that storm hit.
That is wild. So yeah, you even think about something like that. And I don't know if anybody out there has been in a tornado. It is like, as a child especially, it is like just the most scary experience because,
yeah.
like when I was a kid, I was in those tornadoes in Grand Island, Nebraska, which they made movies about. Night of the Twister, things like that. There were several tornadoes that hit in one night, and I believe I was about 10 at the time. And it is a scary experience because all the adults that are supposed to be calm and protect you are freaking the F out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they're running around, get here, get there, and it's like you do freak out. And what's weird about that night is we lived in an apartment building, and I can remember all it was like our doors were inside, you know what I mean? And everybody was in the hallway, and you could hear this monster one coming. I mean, it did. It sounded just like a freight train.
Yeah.
And it was coming at us, and I could hear people crying and other people saying we're going to die, that kind of stuff. And I heard a woman, and to this day, I don't know who it was, but I heard a woman say, it's going to be okay. It's not going to be here. You're going to be fine. And it wasn't my mom. And there was no other women sitting by us. It was my dad and some other people, other guys. The other women were at the other end of the hall, and they were freaking out. But this thing had hit a power line or something. I don't remember what made it change direction, but it did. We heard this swirling sound.
Oh my God.
And yeah.
Yeah, there's many other encounters too that they've seen these butterfly people. In 1978, a group of miners in Germany, they call it the Freiburg Shrieker, because they witnessed this man standing close to the mine, right?
Yeah.
They thought he was wearing a trench coat until they saw he had this huge set of wings. And this thing let out a series of ear-piercing shrieks. It kind of reminded them of a train's emergency brake screeching. And these guys ran away and watched from a safe distance. And the butterfly person stood near the entrance of the mine and didn't move. At around 8 a.m., the mine experienced an explosion and shook the ground. When the miners ran to the mine, they realized the winged person was gone. The mine was on fire. And after the fire was out and the smoke cleared, it revealed that should the miners have been inside the mine at the time and not where they were, all 36 of them would have died.
Isn't that insane?
Yes.
Well, it's kind of like that. A lot of people talk about the Mothman.
Yes.
Now, the Mothman supposedly was on that bridge right before it collapsed. And a lot of people claim that they didn't go on that bridge because he was standing there.
Yeah.
So was he there to warn them, or did he cause it?
Right. They're kind of mixed on that.
Yeah. So it makes you wonder. You know what I mean? There's so many things. There's so many different elementals and things like that. You know, like that weird river in New Jersey where people are seeing this gigantic, what the hell was it?
Yeah.
Praying mantis.
Yes.
People by this river are seeing this I forgot what it's called, but it's they're seeing this praying mantis thing that disappears, can actually just disappear.
Wow.
And this is not something that just one person's. A lot of people have seen it, and a couple people have claimed that it kind of read their mind or something. So I'm sure there's things that we can't see.
Yeah.
Besides paranormal, the ghosts, things like that, I believe there's probably other things too.
Wow.
So I totally believe these people. I believe their story of the butterfly people.
Oh yes. And
there's just too many to discount it.
Yeah, they said, and everyone described them the same way, down to the last detail. And these people did not know each other. So it was crazy. But who would have thought butterfly people were watching?
And the same stories that they protected them in ways where the debris was hitting them, like that little boy said. They're in this. Now this is an interior closet of a what I call fancy row houses, where it's they you know what I'm talking about. They slap all those houses down quick, and they're just they're barely put together. And that's basically the kind of house they were living in, which was just a new development. And this lady said that she was on her way home. She had one of her children with her, and the oldest one was at home with the younger children. They were just going out, to the store or whatever. She was on her way home, and her son was calling her and saying, that something was wrong, that there was these, weather alerts. Well, she didn't have her phone, her radio on or anything, so she turned it on. Joplin, as you know, is a pretty big city. It's not huge, but it's enough where you can be on one end of town and not know there's a tornado on the other end,
Right.
So she turns it on. She's hearing all these warnings and all this crazy stuff, and so she gets on her phone with her son again, and she's like, "Hey, get in the interior closet." Well, of course, the phone cut off, so she gets home, and of course, the oldest one's sitting on the couch playing video games. Typical kid, right? And the boy that she had with her, he seemed very eerily calm. She said he was just really where the other kids were crying and screaming, he was just calm.
Right.
And they all get into this interior closet of their house. And she said within minutes, the tornado hit.
Yeah.
And it was a direct hit. She said she could hear the house breaking around her.
Oh.
And she thought for sure that this is it. She was about to watch her children die.
Right.
that's what she was thinking, And she said that the son that had been with her, the one that was calm, kept looking up to the sky and going, "Don't you see her? Don't you see her?" Now, this is in the midst of a tornado hitting.
Yeah.
So she looked up. She said all she could see was debris flying above them. Like, she could actually see the debris from the house, like everything she could see up in the sky.
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, she's looking up from this closet, she sees sky. So they opened the doors to this closet, by the way, that still had clothing and stuff hanging up in it.
Wow.
And she goes out, the entire house was gone. I mean, leveled. Yeah. And that closet was the only thing standing. That little boy said that the butterfly, he said that had taken her wings over.
Yeah.
And she was covering the closet and holding it together and smiling at him, and he could see, like, the debris hitting her, but it wasn't, like, affecting her.
Yeah. And they're saying the same thing happened in 1986 in Chernobyl.
Ooh.
Dozens of people saw these butterfly people hovering above them before the disaster struck.
Yeah.
And many people supposedly have claimed to see these winged creatures around the Twin Towers shortly before the disaster.
Yeah, I have heard that too.
So
they never described in detail, you know what I mean?
Right.
I had heard that something told people to get out of the building, because when the plane hit the one tower, they first evacuated the other tower and then told everybody they could come back.
Right.
That they had it under control. Well, there was people claiming that there were people standing at the door going, "No, you can't come in here."
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I wouldn't be a bit surprised at all. That is something else. When I was talking about it, man, my hair was standing up on my arms. It's crazy. But do you believe? Why not?
Oh, I do. You know, I'm kind of like Mulder and Scully all in one.
Yeah.
I believe, but I am also very skeptical, because there's a lot of liars out there.
Oh, yeah.
There are a lot of people out there that will just lie just to get attention or just to get in on the conversation, but there is too many.
Yeah, that they scribe them to the last detail, and it's all the same.
And if they hadn't have all come forward at once with the same story, I might say, well, they must have heard it, and then now they're coming up with saying something too. But no, these people, I mean, there's police reports, EMT reports of every single of these people all claiming the same thing.
Yeah.
That a butterfly person saved them.
Yeah, that is so,
right?
It's so great, but at least there's good things coming out of this, not, not all about the deaths and, the devastation that happened in these places, but there's something good that came out of it. So,
well, have I ever told you the story of when I lived in Texas about I was in Dumas, Texas, and I was on my way home, which was the Oklahoma Panhandle at the time. And I normally take this way called, what we used to call it, the Sunray Cutoff. But it was raining hard that day, and I didn't take that normal way like I usually do, because they said it was flooding. So I was going down, and I swear on everything holy, this happened. I was like going down the road, and just normal. It was raining and everything. And from the back seat, I literally heard a man's voice scream at the top of his lungs, "Get in the left lane now!"
Oh.
And I freaked, but I got in the left lane, and I'm shaking and everything, and not even, I'd say maybe an eighth of a mile, if that, there was this huge puddle in the lane that I was in. Huge puddle. Now, I was doing 75 at the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would not have been good.
after I got out of that, I pulled into this parking lot of this grain elevator, and I was just shaking. I got out of my car. I'm looking in the back seat. I thought there was nobody there,
Wow.
but I heard it from
Do you
behind.
ever wonder why? Sometimes you're getting ready to go to work, whatever the case is, and something just delays you 5 minutes or something, and then you're cussing like a sailor.
You're right,
But
and then
then you go out and then you hear, oh, well, this happened on the road you were taking. There was an accident. Okay, did something stop you from going at that
right.
particular time? I don't know. Could be. It's happened too many times.
Yeah, that's happened several
Yeah,
times. It makes you wonder, like, if it's your internal instinct, if there's something that's causing it.
yeah, yeah. It's just some bizarre things that happen right before you're ready to go that never ever happened before and probably won't happen again, but it happened that day.
Well, that was kind of like that day.
Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah,
It's like I always took that cut off. It was
yeah,
like
yeah,
it shaved about 12 miles off of your time,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And that day they were like, "No, don't go that way. It's flooded. You know, it's going across." All right, fine. And I hated taking the other way because it went right by this cow place, and it just stunk up to
Oh,
high. And I hated taking that way. But I went that way anyways, and like I said, right from behind me, it was loud as hell. Some guy screamed for me to get in the left lane. And like I said, I did it. It freaked me the hell out, but I did it.
yeah, yeah.
and not even an eighth of a mile, there was this huge puddle that probably covered, you know, I don't even know how many feet, maybe 25, 30 feet. So if I would
Wow.
have hit that
Yeah,
at 75 miles an hour, the hydroplane probably flipped.
probably. So, yeah. See, there you go.
So it makes you wonder, like, you know, like a lot of people are like, oh, you're just crazy. It's probably just your inner
Oh,
voice. I don't know what the hell it was.
it
I'll be
doesn't
honest.
matter. It
I have
saved you.
no clue. You want to call it a guardian angel, a ghost? I have no
Yeah,
idea.
doesn't
But
matter.
I heard it.
Yeah, doesn't
No,
matter.
I heard it.
That you heard it and obeyed and did it
Yeah,
saved your life. So,
I said I got down that road. I pulled in that part. I freaked out. I got out of the car and I'm drawing my fist back. I'm ready to, kill somebody because I didn't know who the hell was in my car and
yeah,
there's
yeah,
nobody there.
yeah. Nobody there. Wow.
Yeah,
Good thing you listened.
exactly. Someone's like, it's probably the demon in your head. I was like, oh, shut up.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, that is. But see, good things come out of that. Look at that. So you're here.
Yeah.
So that is a great thing. And then they put up that mural. That's so cool that they did that.
Yeah, where it's the butterflies and,
Yeah.
well, and they almost, how could you not include that as part of the story? These horrific things happened that day, and they did,
Yeah.
but there's also some really just awesome things that occurred that day
Yeah. Yes.
that just cannot be explained.
No. No. And that is
Because, a lot of people died in that tornado. They did, but you know what? By accounts, a lot more should have died.
yes. I totally agree.
There's just,
Yeah.
there should have been hundreds upon hundreds.
Yes. Because that was an EF5. That is one of the most destructive
Yes.
types. So
Yeah. It's crazy that all of them saw that.
yeah. Down to the last.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance, look it up. Look up Joplin, Missouri butterfly people. It is crazy.
Yes. Definitely. Definitely.
And like she said, it does. It gives you goosebumps. It makes your hair stand on end. You're just, I cannot believe this. But as you're reading, you believe it because there's
Yes.
no way some of these people should be there.
No. And it, 1,000 homes, never mind businesses and whatever, were flattened. There was nothing there. Nothing. It was done. And, as you said, a lot of people shouldn't have escaped that. And they did.
Yes.
So
like that lady and her kids.
Yeah.
Interior closet that's not built anything special. It wasn't built as a safe room. It was just wood. Just wood. and it was intact. The walls, everything intact. Clothing still in there.
Yep.
The clothing was still in this closet, and her entire house around the closet was leveled. Nothing, not even her furniture, nothing.
No.
It was gone.
As most of it was. It was just flattened. There was nothing. They were gone. So, yeah, how did they survive?
But so how's this closet that's just made of just the regular 2x4s like the rest of the house was?
Yep.
And even the drywall inside the closet was there.
There you go.
So there's, you cannot tell me that wasn't some kind of miracle.
Yep, there's no doubt. No doubt.
Especially seeing it was a direct hit. This wasn't like the tornado just kind of sidewinded him a little. It was a direct hit, direct path.
Yep.
And her closet was still there that they were in.
Yep.
And the little boy saw a butterfly person putting the wings around the closet, protecting them from debris hitting them and from the closet ripping apart. And he said that the debris was hitting her.
Yep.
And she was just smiling.
Ooh.
Right?
Goosebumps, man. Goosebumps. Definitely. Wow. Okay. So next time you escape something narrowly, think about that. Think about that. Okay. Yeah.
There are things in, parallel universe, who knows if they can cross over.
Yep. A good thing to think about.
Very good.
Absolutely. On to a more ominous type. How about the fog, people? Ooh.
This is so weird because the last time this was just, like not even a few days ago, 4 or 5 days ago. In Wisconsin, they could actually see almost like a Northern Lights event. Wasn't exactly Northern Lights, but it was like an event type of it. And they could see like the green and right after that we got this weird fog. And people were claiming that they could see these gigantic creatures in the fog.
Oh. Yeah,
this isn't like something of, just like a couple. These are like, they said they were seeing these gigantic creatures.
Yeah. There are some photos, if you want to check it out. They do have photos they caught, I guess.
Yeah. The only thing that I am skeptical of this is not that I'm saying it can't exist, but I know, like, if you, like a light, like a street lamp or anything like that, you get between the light and the backdrop, you will look, like, extremely tall.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was
the
kind
light
of a
bends
strange
different.
fog.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the fog was really weird that night. It was like, I can't even describe to you the night that people were saying that they were seeing the fog creatures.
Yeah.
The fog wasn't like a normal fog. Normal, it's like a misty fog.
Yeah.
This looked almost like a smoke.
Ooh. Yeah,
it almost looked like I don't know if you've ever seen like a breathing machine.
Yeah, yeah.
It kind of looked like that. It kind of looked like the smoke that comes out of there.
Wow.
It looked like a giant vape.
Wow. Well, they said
it's normally like in the...
Yeah, there were foggy conditions on Monday morning. It was gone by the afternoon. But then it came back and didn't go away till Tuesday morning.
Yeah, it's true.
The fog doesn't do... What the hell?
Yeah, it's very true. And it was the weird, like I said, it was the weirdest fog because I was out in it. And like normally when you look up the lights and stuff when it's foggy, you can almost see like a mist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Almost like a misty thing. And this looked like smoke. It didn't even look normal. It looked like, that's all I can describe it as. It looked like somebody took a gigantic hit of a vape and just...
Wow.
Yeah, it was like just the weirdest thing. I didn't see any creatures or anything like that, but I did notice like the shadows were different. I did notice that because like the street lamp where the light was, I noticed that was bending the light differently, and the street lamp itself, the shadow of it, looked like it was probably 5-6 feet wide, which is really weird.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like there's no reason for it to have looked that huge.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if people were actually seeing a creature or if it was like the light bending from an animal, like a dog or something. I don't know.
Or could
I
it,
know that I had a very
again, here we
feel to.
come, the parallel universes. Okay.
Yeah,
You said
it's
that
very
it was
possible.
bending light differently. Maybe it was from somewhere else.
I mean, it was like I said, it was just weird. It did have it was strange because this was before I even heard about any of this.
Yeah.
I had left and I just kind of looked over and I seen the shadow of it and I was like, why is that so big? That's what I was thinking. It was so wide.
Wow.
There was no reason for it because this thing was maybe 9 inches wide and it looked like it was feet.
Ooh.
And I'm looking at it like that's kind of odd. And then, like I said, it had like a really weird feeling in the air, and it did not look like a normal fog.
Wow.
And that I did notice. In fact, me and this lady that I work with were in the parking lot, and we were actually talking about it, how the fog looked different.
Wow.
She's all, this is a weird fog. I said, yeah. I was like, is it actually smoke or something? Is there like something on fire? She's like, no, I don't smell anything. I was like, me either. It's just strange, huh? She's like, yeah.
Wow.
And we had been talking about that, and then the next day we're hearing about all these fog creatures, and then it's like, oh my god.
Wow.
Like one standing beside us, and we didn't even know
it. Yeah, for sure. The mist. Ooh.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah. That's what it reminds me of, and the big creatures.
Oh, but, yeah, the mist. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Chris said that on there, the mist. Yeah, could well be. Who knows? Like I said, if you said, it was not quite right, who knows?
Right.
And she was typing. And what'd you get?
Oh, I was trying to, there was a picture where somebody did something funny. I was going to post it on Katie. I can't find it.
There you go. You'll find it. Yeah,
but no, it's
bizarre. Yeah, but you never know. You never know.
No, you don't. But yeah, that night it was weird. 'Cause like I said, I noticed it right away. Because usually when it's foggy and when the light does that, it's like it does a normal shadow, but it makes it longer.
Yeah.
Versus wider, and this was wider.
That's weird. That's
it made the shadow of things look huge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, well, not tall, but just like wide.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just thought that was strange. I was like, that's just weird.
Yeah. I would say all the way around it was strange. So,
like I said, it was like almost bending the light differently. So that was odd.
That's creepy, is what that is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Not weird. It's downright creepy.
And then, like I said, I got there a little early, and we, her. I call her my bizarre buddy because, like, when we always see the weirdest stuff. Like one night we see these lights in the sky.
Oh yeah.
Seen one up here, and then another one, and another one. And we're just and of course they say it was weather balloons, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still with that, are they?
Oh, yeah, but it was right before a storm, so it could have been, but it was just so weird. You're watching the storm, we're watching the lightning, coming in. And it's like, I look up, I was like, what is that? She's like, what? I said, look, is that a drone? She's like, I don't know. She's looking up, and all of a sudden one lights up beside it, and I'm like, dude, did you just see that? She's like, yep. So we're watching, like, one after another lights up and like in a row.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it was just weird. So I had called somebody that works at a TV station. I told them, they said, oh, they're saying it's weather balloons. I was like, oh yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah. Oh, can't they come up with a better story by now? Come on.
I mean, maybe it is. Maybe, I don't know, but it was just, that's just weird.
The strange things you see.
Right?
Yeah. Ooh, that's just creepy.
Yeah, I was out in it that night, and then that morning too, and it was still there.
That's what
when I got out of work that morning, it was still there.
Yeah. Didn't clear up to till late morning or something like that.
Yeah, because I had driven home and it was still not like a like a mist. Because normally you go out in the fog and like your hair gets wet, or
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying, when you're
yeah.
walking, like, and it wasn't.
That's weird.
And there wasn't even condensation on my car. My car sat out in this fog all night long, and there was no condensation on it. The car was completely dry.
That's
So,
not
yeah.
right.
And I told Maggie, I said, I yelled at her because her car was, probably, 50, 60 feet. I was like, hey, is your car wet? She's like, that's a weird question. I'm like, no, I'm seriously, is your car wet? She's like, no. I said, shouldn't it be? She was like, you're right.
That
But
is
yeah,
weird. That's what fog is. It's like a wet cloud.
yeah. But there was no water on my car.
Now, come on. That
There was,
is.
seriously, no condensation. It was like dry. And I
Huh.
did. I just thought that was the weirdest freaking
That
thing.
is. That is.
Especially the night before when I was telling you how it looked like smoke.
Yeah.
But the weird thing about it, though, is there was water dripping underneath my car. Do you know what I mean? It looked like there was water dripping off the bottom of the car. And it
Oh.
was forming like a little, like almost like a little stream, you know what I mean? Going
Yeah.
down and I looked around and other people's cars were the same thing, but like literally the handle on my door
Yeah.
and my car was not wet. There was not even
And you
anything on my
didn't.
windows.
And usually with fog or something, you have to use the windshield wipers and stuff.
Yeah.
You did.
No,
And
I
you
did not have to
didn't.
use it.
Nah, that wasn't normal.
No.
Not at all. Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I found it just weird. Like I said, that night I noticed the first thing that it was just different. The shadows were different.
Yeah. And it wasn't wet. That is totally bizarre.
Yeah, but there was water dripping under my car, like something, like the water had ran down or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you'd still have some moisture on
But
something.
no, my door handle, nothing was wet.
It's not going to all come off.
I know.
Like whoosh.
It almost felt like somebody like put a hairdryer.
That's what I was just thinking. A big ass hair dryer. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was still where you couldn't even see probably a quarter mile ahead of you.
Holy crap! That's just
Yeah, it
wrong.
was some pretty thick fog.
That's just not right. That's not
No.
right at all. Wow.
No, it was like I said, it was just really bizarre.
Somebody left a parallel door open.
I don't know what the heck happened, but it was strange.
They left the door open. Damn it.
It was strange. Yeah, and what's weird too is I could breathe normally when I'm out in fog. Like,
yeah,
I'll feel like I can't breathe right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's wet.
This one wasn't like that.
Okay, that's just totally weird across the board.
Yeah.
Because it feels like you're breathing in water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like that.
Ooh, yeah, that's not right. Something's definitely not right there.
Like I said, it almost seemed like a breathing machine or like a vape. That's what it almost seemed like.
Wow.
Like when people blow out a vape. That's what it felt like some gigantic person out in the universe, decided to blow a vape on.
Yeah. I can just see that's in my head now. Yeah, great. In this right shape, of course. Those huge ones. Yeah. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, it was just bizarre. But people are claiming that they were seeing these gigantic creatures.
Huh.
They were claiming like these creatures were like, 7, 8 feet tall and just as wide, and they were seeing these things in the fog.
Like I said, somebody left the parallel door open, apparently. That's so bizarre because, fog is usually wet. I don't care. Wow. But for it to be dry like that, wet just underneath the car, that's totally weird.
It was. Like I said, I always know, I'm one of those weird people. I will notice like the weirdest stuff, like the most minute details, but I'll walk into a brick wall. That's it.
Yeah, I hear you.
That was the first thing I noticed that night, was just like how weird the shadows were.
Yeah. Just wasn't right.
Because it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense for that pole to look like it was 6, 7 feet wide.
Wow. Hmm.
You know,
Maybe it
normally in the
was
fog
something.
it makes it look taller.
Hmm.
So it was strange.
What's
Oh,
interesting is, okay, like you said, it bent the light or bent something there.
yeah,
Maybe they just wanted to look like they were huge.
maybe.
You know what I'm
Well, and I
saying?
thought, well, or maybe it was like a dog or a cat or something. The light was hitting it just right, and making it look, like maybe it was like a lawn light. You know how they
Yeah,
have those
yeah,
lawn lights that
yeah,
that point towards a house. If a cat got in front of that,
yeah.
that would cast a shadow on the house that was huge.
Right.
You know. So, or in the fog, that was huge. So, I mean, like I said, I'm Mulder and Scully all wrapped up in one.
I hear you. Yeah.
Because I'm a believer, but I also believe that there's, 9 times out of 10, there's a logical explanation for stuff.
Right. But at the same time, that fog wasn't right.
No, it was not.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of fog like that. That's
Yeah,
weird.
that was the weirdest thing to, see water, dripping from the bottom of my car. You could actually see, this little, tiny river of water
Right.
flowing down. But the car itself felt dry.
Was anything else wet that you could tell?
No.
Wow. Yeah,
The cars weren't. I know that.
yeah.
And I know that the handle on the outside of the door to our building wasn't wet.
Oh.
Because as we were leaving, people were coming in, and I held the door open for them from the
Yeah.
outside, and that wasn't wet.
Wow. Yeah.
And I had just, bare hands, so I would have
right.
felt.
Yeah, sure you would have. Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
totally strange. Totally strange. Wow. Mm-mm-mm.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
some crypto creepy stuff going on.
You got that right. Got that right. Wow. Shoo. Yeah, that's totally not good. Not a good thing. That was bizarre, to say the
Yeah.
least.
And then you find out that night people were seeing creatures
Yeah.
in the fog. And like I said, and other people had said the same thing, that it didn't seem like a normal fog.
Wow. Sure doesn't.
Her and I were just sitting there talking about it in the parking lot.
Eh.
Yeah, it seemed normal. No, it doesn't seem normal to me.
Yeah, definitely not a normal fog. That's for sure. Yeah,
So
that's.
I wonder if it was, and you know me, I always go there. Where is it,
Yep.
like some government manufactured something that,
this huge fan,
gave us all some freaky flu or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. They let out millions of mosquitoes. There you go. Those
Right?
GMO mosquitoes, genetically
There you go.
modified. Yeah. Yeah.
Down in Brazil, those poor people.
Yeah, those poor people. What the hell? But anyway, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely not a good thing. That was not good. Wow.
No.
Ooh, that's creepy. That is creepy. Mm-mm-mm.
So yeah, if you guys get a chance, look this up. Some of the pictures are really crazy.
Yeah, they are. So
really.
Get on there and look it on up. So, wow.
Creepy.
Say the least.
Speaking of creepy.
Yes.
I have another story.
All right.
Do you remember the water tower story?
Yes. Yes.
And for those of you who are new listeners and don't know, a while back I did this story and it freaked people out. And it gave me chills when I was reading it, And it's basically this girl who was having a bad time, and her friends hung out on this water tower. And, for parties, stuff like that, old water tower. Well, she had climbed up there by herself one night, was in a bad place, and was thinking about killing herself, basically. Was going to jump off or whatever. So this guy's up there. There's a guy up there. He comes out of nowhere, basically, from around the other side, and, starts talking to her and stuff, and then he grabs her, and he's trying to throw her off of the water tower. saying, like, you want to die? Let's do it, stuff like that. Well, she fought him and she got away. When she went down the ladder, he didn't follow her. But when she got down there, he was throwing beer bottles at her.
Yeah, yeah.
And the beer bottles were smashing around her car. Well, she gets in her car, she leaves, she's shaking, freaking out, She said when she went back there the next day, she could see the broken glass on the ground. And she told people about this, and, people didn't believe her. Well, she started doing research, and the guy that was up there was somebody that had jumped off there years before. The picture of the man matched the description of the guy that she saw.
Wow. Yeah, I remember
So,
that.
this story is something similar to that. But it was this girl here, Alicia, she says, hold on, I have it here somewhere. What the heck did I do? You can never find stuff when you need it. I just see it. Okay, here it is. Alright, so, this was actually sent to me. Let's see here. She says, it was 1992. Said I was 22 years old, and I was having a string of bad luck in my life. Seemed like everything was going wrong. My parents had just gotten divorced. My dad had moved 10 states away, and I was living with my mother, and we were barely making ends meet at the time. Seemed like everywhere I went, everything was going wrong. Friends had moved away that I had known my whole life. I lost my job. My mother's health wasn't good. Said it's just a very dark place. Said I had gone down to the river. Why is it always a river? Okay. Always. I had gone down to the river several times just to think about things. And one day I had seen a bird who had accidentally got into the river and couldn't get back out. And I watched it drown. There was nothing I could do to help it. I sat there and watched it drown. And I saw that as a sign that was supposed to happen to me. So I had it all planned out. I took out a life insurance policy on myself and put it to my mother. I left her a long note telling her exactly why I did what I did. And I went down to the river, and my plan was to get in and let it take me away. I sat there for a few minutes, feeling sorry for myself. I smoked one cigarette after another. Yes, I smoked at the time. I smoked one cigarette after another, and then finally decided to do it. I took off all of my clothes and decided to get into the river. As I started stepping in, somebody grabbed my hair. It pulled me back onto the shore, and it was a man. And he started cussing. He asked me have several cuss words here, what she was doing, calling names, things like that. And it was along the same line. She said that she tried to get away from him, and then he started trying to push her into the river, telling her, you want to die? Let's die. We'll die together. That he kept trying to push me into the river, and then he would pull me back out by my hair and throw me on the ground, and he was laughing at me and mocking me. And then he tried to drag me in by my foot, and I fought him again, and he kept laughing and mocking. Every time that I would get away, he would laugh at me and throw things at me, throw leaves in my hair. Oh my God, this is brutal. Yeah. He kept screaming at me, screaming obscenities at me. He kept throwing rocks into the water and talking about how the rocks will never be seen again, and how he was he was the last person on the planet that would ever touch that rock again. And that's what's about to happen to me, he said. And he grabbed me by my hair once more, threw me over by the bank, and started drowning me. I felt my face go into the cold water, and I couldn't breathe, and I finally pushed back, and when I did, I knocked him down. And when I got up, I turned around, he was gone. Just like that. As fast as he appeared, he was gone just as quick. Oh my Lord. She said, I sat there for a minute, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried, and then she said, from the other side of the river, she looked up, and he was on the other side of the river. and saying, "That's how your family's gonna feel, you stupid bitch."
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
And then she said that a gust of wind came and some leaves blew in the air and he disappeared. She said, "I was so scared." She said, "I got myself dressed and I ran up the hill and I got out of there." She said, "I've never been so scared in my life." And when I got home, my mother was crying and she was on the phone with the police. And she dropped the phone and started hugging me, and I told her what had happened. And she said, "My mother and I have been back to that spot several times trying to figure out what's going on, and there's nobody there. The police went there. There was nobody there." And they could actually see the drag marks where he had drug her.
Oh my God.
Down to the riverbanks. They could actually see the drag marks. And they could see footsteps. But they said there's no way that he could have gotten to the other side of the river so fast. And never found out anything. Well, let me see. Where's it at here? Oh, my aunt started doing some research.
I was going to say, hopefully somebody did some.
Yeah, she said that my aunt started doing some research, and come to find out, a man had abandoned his family and committed suicide in that very spot.
Oh, goosebumps.
Right?
Ooh.
Yeah, oh my God. He had actually gone to the point of tying these big rocks around his neck.
Oh.
To make sure that he drowned.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Explains the rocks.
And yeah. And it says here that the river had actually, because it was running real fast then, where he was grounded, he was being dragged down the river, but barely, but his clothes were being torn off of him.
Oh my God.
So she had gotten her clothes off to get into it. Oh wow.
Wow.
That is insane. And yeah, he basically abandoned his family.
Wow.
To do this. Because it said he had been having problems with his wife and was feeling despair. Oh, his wife was begging people to get help and things like that. So she's like an activist now, I guess.
Wow.
So that is insane.
That's crazy.
Some of these stories, man, it's like you're thinking, how, but I believe her.
Yeah, I do too, because it's strange how.
Because that's just too bizarre to make something up.
But it's like, go ahead and do it then. Come on. And then your instincts kick in. It's like, no.
Yeah, fight or flight. And it's like, yeah, she was trying to get away.
Right.
And he actually drug her down to the river and was drowning her.
Yeah, this is what it feels like. Yeah. I don't think he'd have drowned her, but yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and then for him to be on the other side so quickly, that's not even possible.
No.
And then told her, "That's how your family feels, you stupid bitch." Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, that just weirded me out.
Yeah, there always seems to be. Why is there always water around?
Yeah, that is kind of bizarre. The water tower, the river.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the elements,
Could
hey,
be.
you never know. And it's like, what if you turn into like a butterfly person and that's your... I mean, like this poor guy, he's probably stuck there.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, yeah. But at least he's helping people, which is a good thing.
And it's weird how, nobody else could see him, but they could see the drag marks and the footprint, things like that.
Yeah, wow.
So yes, definitely, if you're feeling in despair like that, go get some help, talk to somebody.
Yes.
Don't end up being dragged down by a ghost. Oh my God.
Wow,
that gives me chills just to think about that. This poor guy like had tied rocks around his neck. Yeah, it's just horrible.
Standing up on my arms.
I know, mine too. And then and for her to feel that horrible planet, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. But in reality, she really didn't want to, apparently. So.
Nope.
Wow.
And it's the same kind of story where the person who had actually killed themselves was like trying to kill them.
Yeah. I don't think that's what it was. I just think he wanted her to feel like what it would be.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just like you want to die, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently she didn't. Thank God. So,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's basically the same kind of
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
It's just this one, I'm sorry, was way more creepy.
Yeah. Definitely way more
He
creepy.
literally tried to drown her or held her head under the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my God. Ooh. I couldn't even imagine.
No, neither. I need to get these stories better prepared so I'm not like, but yeah. Well, I had printed it out, and it's like, it's like great. And, well, the thing is, I was proofreading it, because, sometimes when people tell you a story, they'll make something go on forever, like Stephen King describing a
Yes.
bedroom or something.
Yes.
It's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, that's like the gist of it.
Wow. Yeah. That's
So the
just.
ghost made her, actually, want to live because he tried
Yeah.
to kill her.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he'd have let her drown. Because if she really wanted to, she'd have been, okay, let's go the first time,
Yeah, that's true.
not fight it. So deep down, she didn't really want to. And he's basically telling her, this is what it's going to feel like. Not a good thing.
It's freaking wild. And just the altercation. Oh, wait. Oh, I skipped a bit. Yeah, she said that she also had bruises on her wrists and her arms.
Oh my gosh.
And some on her ankle where he had dragged her.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Right? Oh my God.
Jeez. Well, whoever you
Ooh.
are, I'm glad you decided not to. Absolutely.
Right? Exactly. Jeez, Alicia. That was a long time ago, but still.
Still, I don't think that would ever leave you.
Well, I was just talking to the person that sent me the other story that we're going to talk about next time. It's like I was telling him, he says it happened so many years ago, but he remembers it like it's yesterday because stuff like that sticks with you.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
can remember every single detail.
Yes.
Every, like that haunted house that I lived in, the things that happened the night that actually drove me out of the house. It's like, that's something you will never forget.
Yeah, no. Nope.
And if there's any new listeners, I lived in this like crazy haunted house that was like haunted for years.
Yep.
Made people sick and stuff, and it was making me sick. And one night I had heard like these noises out in the living room, and it got to the point where I knew something was there.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, if I said, knock it off, I'm sleeping, it would stop. So I went out to say, knock it off, and I seen this thing in my house. And it was probably about 4 feet tall. I swear, it looked almost like one of those, pedestrian crossing people.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. And I went out and I just froze. And it kind of turned and froze because it, I see you, you see me.
Yeah.
And it charged at me.
Oh,
and it knocked me out, knocked me off to the side and went into the wall. And I got my stuff and I just bolted out of that house. And I told my sister to come get me. I was not going back in the house.
Yeah.
And I stayed the night in my vehicle across the street from my house. And I sat there and watched my lights going on and off in the house.
Oh, dear God.
Almost like it was taunting me.
Yeah, probably was.
And I never stepped foot in that house again, ever.
Don't blame you.
Nope.
you. But that's like that nightmare I had. That is still vivid.
Oh, yeah.
Still
and it
vivid.
sticks with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That is one I'm not soon to forget, that's for sure.
Oh, no, yeah. And for those of you who don't know that one, Denise had a nightmare that she was being attacked in her backyard. But not just by, these weird, creepy kid people.
Yeah, it was damn creepy. And like I said, I could remember everything, every detail. And like you said, the weird thing about it, I could smell the grass, the flowers that I had back there. I could, it was a beautiful summer evening, low 70s. It was just a little slight breeze. It was a perfect summer evening. It really was. But that creepy, oh my God, I'll never forget that laugh.
Yeah, that's, no.
Yeah. And I haven't stayed out back after dark since.
Well, what's weird about that is there's people. Hold on, let me see if I got it here. I want to make sure I get this right. Going back to the CERN thing again. All roads lead back to CERN.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. There's people out there that believe that when you have dreams like that, that's so real, where you can smell, taste, everything, and feel pain and stuff like that, that it actually happened. And that CERN rewound time, and you had a different result.
Could be.
That people, there's people out there that believe that different places, like such as CERN and stuff like that, have the power to turn back the clock, basically.
Wow.
That they have to reset time, to reset events, things like that.
I wonder. Makes you wonder.
And that's where you get the Mandela effect and blah, blah. And other people are like, no, that's just a trick of the mind. People just believe that because they want to believe it, but I don't believe that part.
I don't either. Totally disagree.
That part of it, I just don't see how thousands of people can remember something the same exact way. Not just a few, but thousands.
Mm-hmm.
Millions even. And, and they be wrong. So.
Yeah, I agree with that part. Yeah. No. There's definitely something going on.
And who knows?
Oh, that was just...
And deja vu, they blame deja vu on that. They also believe that that sometimes, like I told you, when my parents had moved us to Northern California.
Yeah.
And we were at we were at that park in right by the lake. Never been there in my life, and my sister said she had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, without even thinking, I'm like, oh, it's over there. You go down that path, and there's a white building. You go around that tree there, and it'll be out back. And I stopped myself, and I'm like, and I was like 15 at the time, and I looked at my mom, and we did exactly what I said, and that's exactly where the bathroom was.
And you're probably like, how the hell did I know?
And there's people believe that this time travel stuff also has to do with that you probably had been there before.
It could, had to have been.
It was around, and it was put in your mind. So, who knows? Or maybe in another life.
Yeah, we need to do that one night, past lives.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That'd be a whole show and a half on its own.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because that was, but it seemed like it was, I don't know, it seemed like present time. Hi, Rachel. How are you, hon?
So, yeah.
Yeah, because
stuff, I'm telling you.
It seemed more present day, which bugged me. I woke up actually screaming.
Yeah, that when you have dreams like that, they're so real.
Yeah.
But like I said, for you to be able to smell things, it was kind of like that dream I told you. That's why I don't fly to this day.
Yeah. Yes. Because
I had a dream years ago that I was in a plane that went down, and I was on the ground, and I could actually smell fuel. I could actually smell the jet fuel, and I was burning. I could feel my skin burning. And I looked down, and I could see skin hanging off, and it was just a horrific thing.
Yeah.
And I remember these two, the EMT people came over, and I still had my purse with me.
Oh my God.
And they had grabbed my purse, grabbed my ID, and one of them said, "Oh my God, look what she used to look like." So.
I don't know. Yeah. I think yours was definitely worse than mine.
But I had that, and it just freaked me out so much that I used to fly. I don't fly anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you there. Well, that's like me. I won't sit out back. I will not after dark.
Yeah.
Because it is pitch
because
black.
Of a dream.
Actually, I put lights out there so it wouldn't be so damn dark. And I think I used them once. It was early, though. early dark. It wasn't.
Oh, I don't blame you. I would have too.
It's terrifying. It's weird, that you could feel that way from a nightmare like that, but it was so freaking real. I still haven't gotten over that. And yeah, if you think I'm a chicken shit, yeah, okay, I am.
No, I told it's like the same with me. But although in this dream they said she was only I don't remember if they said like 45, something like that. I was at 40.
Oh.
So I'm almost 50, so I'm wondering maybe if I'll be safe after that. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, it's
Very
totally
weird.
bizarre. Totally bizarre. If you've ever had vivid dreams like that and you won't do something because of it, let us know.
Oh yeah, because I believe sometimes that dreams are warnings about something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Because who knows? Maybe one night there were some kids roaming in your neighborhood and saw you out there and, was like, hey, we're going to screw with her.
Could be. I don't know. It was the most bizarre thing, but that one, it seemed like he was younger, a little younger. He had the creepiest laugh.
Oh, yeah, see that? Yeah.
He had the creepiest laugh. I couldn't see their faces though. That was a weird thing.
Yeah. That's well, that was the same with those EMTs. I couldn't see their faces.
Yeah.
But I could hear them.
Yeah. I could see them.
And I could see their hands and stuff because they reached down and they grabbed my purse and my ID.
Wow. Yeah, I could see them, but they were like the light would, maybe the light from the street at the end of the street, it was like behind them. So it kind of shadowed them. I couldn't see their faces.
That is so freaking weird.
Yeah. Yep. And I remember reaching.
I wonder, like, what in our psyche causes that kind of stuff?
I don't know, but
that one scientist, he had that theory, like our brains can, like if you're in a restaurant, right? Let's say you're in a restaurant and you're talking, and like, you're in a huge restaurant and there, 10 tables over, some people are having a conversation that you can't actually hear. You can only hear mumblings.
Yeah.
So you're not paying attention, but your brain is paying attention. And that's what they believe, that your subconscious picks up so many things that you don't even realize.
I have no idea why I would even dream that to begin with.
Well, that's because you're messing with them Scientology people, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was right after you started messing with those people.
True. I didn't think of that. See?
Denise did these shows about Scientology, and they weren't kind. And, we all were joking with her about how they're going to come get her, all kinds of stuff like that. Well, then she had this freaking horrific dream.
Oh, no, they did it. Put something in my coffee, apparently. I don't know.
Well, even now, like tonight, when I couldn't get a hold, like my mind instantly goes there. Oh, geez, the Scientologist got her, man.
Yep, yeah.
She's done.
She did. Bless her heart. I was busy, but anyway, bless her heart.
I'm all messaging Chris. Have you heard from Denise?
Yeah. At all today? At least if I die, if I'm lost somewhere, somebody will care. So thank you for that.
Okay.
They probably did, Chris. He's like, they sent you that dream. They might have.
Probably.
God only knows what they're into over there. No idea. Which we'll get into that, on an Encounters show. But thank God this phone worked. Yay for us tonight.
Woohoo!
So, yeah. The only thing is, I couldn't do a music show because my files aren't on here, so.
Well, like that, we won't have to pay copyright money to people.
That's true. Good point there. Yeah, they probably did, Chris. Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I'd never even connected that till you said that.
Never know.
Nope. No, you don't. That's kind of the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does. I mean, if anybody out there has an explanation as to why a dream can be so vivid, where you can actually smell.
Yeah.
Like I said, like when I had that dream of the plane crash, I could actually smell the jet fuel and I could
See?
feel my
Yeah.
skin burning.
It scared the shit out of me, like it did you. It's like, whoa, no.
I don't know. Now I'm gonna be like sitting here going, "Who's that? What's that?
I know,
Who's that?"
right? Right? Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Totally crazy. So, yeah, they might have. You never know.
And my friend Jason, he had sent me this story, this other one too. So I can't wait to read that next time. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yes. Sounds good. Yeah, send us opinions, experiences, questions, anything you want to know. We'll answer the best of our ability. Send it to KBLP LLC on Facebook. You can get us through there. You can get us through any of our shows.
We have Encounters in Ecto on Facebook.
Yes. So get us through there too.
KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube. There's a comment section there. There's all kinds of good stuff you can go to. So
there you go. So use it. Let us know. Any strange things that have happened. Your opinion on something.
I love these stories that you guys.
The stories are awesome.
I've been mailed a couple stories and emailed, and shouldn't say mail. Nobody actually sends mail anymore, do they? Maybe.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. But yeah, let us know your experiences, your opinions, questions, whatever. Like I said, we'll answer to the best of our ability.
Absolutely.
And if there's something we don't know, we will find out for you. So, yes, absolutely. Let us know.
All right.
Keep bringing the stories. Absolutely.
Bring the stories, and if you've had a weird dream like that, well, I want to know about that too. Because I want to get to the bottom of this. I want to know why you can have such a horrific dream that's so real and vivid.
That it would affect our lives now.
Yeah, where you actually alter your life because of it.
Yeah, and it did mine, and it did yours.
Oh yeah.
So,
yes, absolutely, it did.
Oh, it just. So, absolutely. Parallel universes. What do you think about those?
As in, like, do I believe in them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, I do.
Yep, me too. Absolutely.
I believe.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, there was a thing that I watched recently where they actually named each plane of Earth or whatever, and I believe something like that. It's kind of like a parallel universe where it's just a different kind of Earth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
And I do. I believe that you can create that. Which is, like you said, maybe that's what we're seeing with these butterfly people, with the spirits, with all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm. That fog, can't even call it a mist because it wasn't wet.
Right.
The fog. Ooh.
Excuse me. That was just the most bizarre thing. It really was.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. That would have bugged the hell out of me still. A fog that's not wet. Yeah.
Well, it was just the funny thing about it is her and I were just sitting out in the parking lot talking about it.
Yeah.
About how it didn't seem like normal fog.
Yeah.
It looked more like smoke.
Oof.
So, and then we find out the next day that people were seeing creatures in the fog.
Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, just what you didn't need to hear. But yeah, parallel universes are portals. I think they're portals to these places because that would explain a lot, actually.
Oh, yeah. And I believe that creatures have the ability, or certain things have the ability to go in between.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right there. I really do. I think that would explain, in my opinion anyway, why nobody's ever caught Bigfoot.
Yeah, I believe that too. I totally do.
That one guy's been searching for almost 25 years. You think he'd have caught something by now.
Yeah.
And it's
No,
always eluded him. Always.
yeah, and I think that's why it's always in like these wooded sections of the country, because in the woods you can easily hide.
Yeah. Yes.
A portal. So I totally believe that.
Yeah, you get a rash of sightings, and all of a sudden it goes quiet for a while. That's because you went back to wherever. That's what I think. And then,
well, see, I never used to believe in those. Let me tell you what changed my mind.
Okay.
There was a story of a town in Maine, and these people started seeing these weird lights in the forest and stuff like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And people were combing the woods trying to figure out what's wrong, and these people had found like this weird cave or something. And they tried to get in it, but they couldn't. Well, then that night, this entire town, this isn't just like one or two people. These are people all over that town, that lived out in the woods and stuff like that, experienced like these almost werewolf type creatures.
I read about that somewhere.
Yes. And they came around and they didn't like the light. Like if the light was shining on them, they would like stop and freeze.
Oh.
And like they were attacking their houses, stuff like that, and then some of their hair even was left behind, like on, nails that were on the house and different things like that. And they had the hair analyzed, and it's not of any species of animal on this earth. They cannot identify it to anything. So, what the hell was it?
Exactly.
And then they said after that, these government vehicles, of course, the government,
Yep, here we go.
Here come the black vehicles, coming in to clean up the mess, but yeah, so a lot of people believe that these, and like I said, if it had been just like one person, I'd be like, well, they may have,
you question it,
dropped some acid or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ate some weird mushrooms in the forest. But
some bad stuff, did we? Yeah.
No, this was an entire town of people that witnessed these things.
And
these
probably most of them would not even think of anything like this, probably. I couldn't make up a story like that.
No. And the fact that they had this weird hair that couldn't be identified, they said it was organic, so it came from some kind of some kind of living thing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't manufactured, but they couldn't identify where it came from.
There you go. Yeah.
And then these people all had the same stories that these things just came.
I remember that, bits and pieces, like the attacks.
Yeah.
That they were doing. Yeah. Yeah, that would totally freak me out. But yeah, and then all of a sudden they're not there. Where'd they go?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, all these huge, big creatures, they can't all hide. Sooner or later, you're going to find something. They left hair behind, but that's all they left.
Well, and then there's like random stories from around the country of like these things like coming in the middle of the night that look like werewolves too.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I told you about that story of that farm.
Yeah.
Where this family had bought this farm. I forget where it was at. It was like Kentucky or something like that. They had bought this farm in the middle of nowhere, and when they were actually touring the house, they knew the guy that they had bought the farm from, and there was a hole in the screen door, and they asked hey, what happened here? And he just calmly said, oh, that was one night I was trying to shoot like this wolf creature thing standing upright, and I was trying to shoot him through the door.
Yeah, I remember.
And he said he just calmly walked away and was like, like it was just a normal part of life.
Yeah,
so of course they thought he was insane, but then as they lived there, they started seeing these creatures. They started seeing them around their porch. They started seeing them everywhere, and then these things were like attacking him, trying to get into the house. And they kept trying to shoot at these. They finally just left. They couldn't live there. They just left the farmhouse.
Yep.
And nobody knows if these creatures are still there or not. And and of course they're not going to go find out. I wouldn't either.
No. Heck no.
So you think about that. Like I said, so many people cannot have the same story and it not have
Right.
some kind of truth basis to it.
Exactly. I have always said that. There's stories and more stories, but it all came from somewhere. There's always,
Exactly.
something happened. So, yeah, there's definitely truth in there for sure.
So either these things are some kind of, weird man-wolf creature that we don't know about in the ecological system of life, and they just somehow got bypassed by
Okay.
everybody,
Yeah.
hunters, everything.
Mm,
Or like we said, they're dimensional creatures
yes.
that know how to go in between the veil. Who knows?
Yeah. That's what I
It sounds hippy-dippy to me, but at the same time, what other explanation is there?
Absolutely. Why can't they find these creatures anymore? What it's like there's a rash of things, and all of a sudden it goes quiet for a while. There's nothing, no sightings, no anything, and all of a sudden it comes back again. So
yes, exactly.
There's a reason for this. I don't know whether they, maybe that's a guy's night out. I don't know. I have no idea. And then go home. I don't know, but there is something. It just makes sense as far to me anyway.
Oh, I totally agree, 100%.
Because like I said, that guy that's been hunting Bigfoot for almost 25 years, I think he would have caught something by now. But it's so elusive and it's so big, it can't hide forever.
No.
So there would be
and again, too many. Well, even where you live in
Yes.
Ohio, that grass thing that's there. What the hell is that called again?
The grass man. Yeah.
Yeah, several people have seen this thing. This isn't something that just one or two drunk hunters seen. I mean, this is and little kids. I mean, yeah, they'll lie, but you can always, they're not going to all lie about this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
These kids have seen this thing.
Yeah.
People out on family outings, their children have seen it.
The kids' stories will change if it's a lie. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
But theirs haven't.
No, absolutely not. So, yeah. So there's something to it. I'm going to check more into that, see if there's been any recent things going on.
Yeah. And it's all over. So like I said, how can all of these creatures have not been documented? How can they not be known that there's something else going on here?
Yeah, now they're
not all houses.
What do scientists say about Bigfoot? Oh, it's probably, a hybrid, a man and something that never developed. Then their DNA would be, as from the hare and the werewolf, wouldn't their DNA be on file somewhere with something? But no, there's nothing there. They can't identify it. Why? If it's a mix or a hybrid of something, something's going to pop up.
Well, and how the hell did it come about to begin with?
Exactly.
Was Wacko trying to make it with a God knows what?
Yeah.
Or was there some crazy scientist trying to mix things?
What's the name of that movie with the island? Dr. Moreau.
Dr. Moreau.
Yeah. There you go.
So,
that's a bizarre movie, but where did they get that idea from?
Right.
Makes you wonder. I don't know. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Plum Island. There you go.
Yeah, Plum Island. There's another one where that's moving to Kansas. Thank you.
Maybe they did it on Plum Island. They got enough crap there, or had, or whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Just these bizarre things, Yeah, how did they even exist to begin with? So, I mean,
and Bigfoot is something that people have seen for years.
Yes.
We're talking since they first started developing, and what it is they've seen this creature. So, how is it that number one they can't survive 200 years?
Yeah.
So that means there has to be others. They have to be breeding. There has to be some kind of colony somewhere.
Exactly.
For it to still be alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the stories people tell, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I tend to believe Well,
Hunters.
no.
Oh my God, how it destroyed their campsites the way it did. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, destroyed their campsites, and then
Just,
like that other guy said he came face to face with it, and it was hunking big boulders at him as he's running.
Yeah. That,
Like it didn't take chase after him, but it was throwing boulders at him.
Yeah, not rocks.
And then when he got back and they got their buddies, they were going to go hunt this thing. They could see the boulders in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Guy said that so either this guy went to great extreme lengths to carry these gigantic boulders through the forest to put them, carefully place them, here, there, and everywhere, and then go tell his story, or he was really being chased by something that could actually chuck these boulders, and the boulders themselves, where they hit, it was like like a little impact crater type thing,
where it hit hard.
Exactly. Yes. So something had to have either thrown this, or when they put it down, like really smashed it in good,
You think there would be some telltale sign if they used leverage or something? Yeah. And there wasn't. And these aren't little rocks; these are big boulders. People. Something chased him for sure.
And that seems to be a story with a lot of people too. That they'll be, they're going down the river, and all of a sudden these boulders start being thrown at them in the water.
True. Yes.
Like cannons, and that for some reason that the boulders seem to be a sign that this thing's like saying, "Get the hell away from me."
Yeah. That's what I would get from it anyway. I'd be okay.
Yeah.
No problem there. But yeah. Like I said, this one guy, he's been hunting Bigfoot for almost 25 years. And he's come close, but it just never happens. Why?
Yeah, gotten recordings.
Yeah. Yep. Hundreds and thousands of sightings. So, something is out there, but where does it go? So.
Exactly.
Yeah. Lots of strange and unexplained things out there.
Well, what do you think, though?
About what? I think there's paranormal.
What they are.
What they are? I think they exist. But I agree with you that there's a colony somewhere. But I think it's through the portals to those other dimensions. They come and go.
That's true.
I don't know exactly what they want here, but,
I don't know.
I don't think they've actually taken anything, have
they? Or maybe that they've always been here. This is something that I told people, too.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's something like that. The portals have always been there. They've always known about this world.
Yeah.
They've always come here. We've just kind of built around them.
That's true. Good point.
They might be just freaked out about us.
Yeah, they're very true. Because they've definitely been along. I believe that they've been around, way before we were here. Way before. And I think you're right. They've always been here. And, again, the progress of us and, tearing down the forests and everything that, that could well be. I agree with you there.
Well, it's like this giant praying mantis thing. A lot of people think it's something called an elemental.
Yes.
That was here like even before the first tree was.
Yes. We should do past lives and elementals, so we can get into it a little more about those.
Oh, most definitely.
Yes, elementals.
Definitely.
Yes. Very interesting as far as that goes. Oh yeah, they've been here since forever. Elementals. So yeah, that praying mantis thing, that's kind of creepy. I wonder if it's female. That wouldn't be good. Well,
right. Well, they claim that it can actually slowly kill people.
Yeah. Yeah, they bite the males' heads off. So I don't know. Well, maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. I have a
Never know.
list. I have a list. So everyone's come around here. I got a list for you. No, I'm just. Here you go. Yeah, that is one creepy thing. Ooh, a big bug.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, hey, if they were here before us, if you know.
Yeah, yeah. So.
That's weird where we're talking about the wind kicked up outside. It made like this eerie like sound through the window.
Oh, I hate when it does that. It's like, what was that? Yeah, immediately you look. Yeah.
We won't talk about you anymore.
Yeah, promise. An elemental there. Yeah. Creepy stuff. Definitely. We will get into that.
Definitely.
So. Okay.
What do we have coming up?
Oh, well, hopefully I'll get my other tablet working in progress. Hopefully I can do AHS. You know what? I think I'll do AHS Monday night because we're not on. I'll do it on Monday. Tuesday. And also Walking Dead premieres tomorrow night.
Sunday.
Oh, I cannot wait. We have been waiting.
Oh, me either. I'm so psyched.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so good. Another great season, I think.
I know. I see it coming. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So tune into that. Tuesday, we got sports talk and our first Walking Dead podcast. So there you go.
Yep.
Walking Dead. Oh, I can't wait to do that. Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday. I want to get some music in. I should be set up for that. There's a list I want to get through yet, and then the rest of the month for music, it's gonna be all Halloween stuff, all Halloween music.
Yeah, I'm almost done with my story of the Sleepy Hollow and the Three Witches.
Yes. And look for Michelle's new podcast. It's called
Witch's Book Corner.
Witchy's Book Corner, right?
Yeah, witches, either way.
Okay. So tune in for that. She will let us know when that's going to be on. I can't wait. Looking forward to that. And coming up, I think I'm going to do it. Let me see. The week before Halloween, my live podcast from the Haunted Hydro here in Fremont. People come from all over to this place. It's been going on for 30 plus years over here. So,
right.
Yeah. And we'll, talk to some of the people that work there, probably go through it with them, and listen to the screams. So there you go. I can't wait to do that.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. So yeah, they've been doing this for 30 plus years. It's absolutely amazing. And it is built into something that people come from all over to see. So go to Haunted Hydro on Google. Check it out.
The same here. There's a place called Forest of Freaks.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this place?
Yeah, I've heard of that place. I haven't been there, but yeah.
It lasts over an hour.
Yep. Wouldn't surprise me. They probably got werewolves jumping out of trees. Yeah. There's a few places I want to get to next year for sure. Chris, that's your kind of place.
Yeah, Forest of Freaks.
There you go. Now you know where they go. They're moonlighting. They're moonlighting. Yes. So there you go. Yes, and let's see. Tuesday we'll do those. Wednesday, Thursday the music. Friday Hollywood Review. Then Freaks and then what?
The Freaks
in the basement. So
in the basement.
I cannot do that. She's wonderful at it. So there you go. Saturday Encounters, and I'm gonna be doing some spooky stuff. So next couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. And then we're Ike's Doc Diaz in the Jam, I think, is going to be on Saturday late. So if you can stay up.
And we start the cycle again.
Yep. And
B period O period B period.
You got it. Got that. Anybody doing any zombie walks? Let us know about that for that show.
Heck yeah.
if you're doing any zombie
Thinking about
hunts.
going to the zombie crawl, man. I don't know if I can do that
I
though
know.
anymore.
I don't know if I can do the crawl, but they
Yeah.
have a lot of zombie things going on. So if you're going to one or been to one, let us know about it.
Zombie crawl is, I don't know if y'all know, is where you go pub to pub.
Uh-huh.
You pay money up front, and you go to these pubs, and you give them your ticket, and you got to take a drink.
Yeah.
You get one or two drinks at each pub, and then you go to the next one.
I'd definitely be a zombie by the end of the night for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shambling along. Yeah. It'd take me a week to recover from that. So,
Right?
like I said, I don't know about that, but they got some zombie runs going out there. A lot of places in the, around the state here, they ask for people. You want to be, if you want to be a zombie, let us know. So that might be something fun to do I'll be a zombie and let
There
you.
was one I went to in Texas. This was a while back. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was this thing. It was kind of lame at first because it's like, well, we get on there and it's like this gigantic truck that has like a bench on the side, and there's like looks like these big holes on the sides. And I was like, what the hell is this for?
Yeah.
We go through and it is kind of lame. Like I said, it's kind of lame at first. People come out, whoa, type stuff. All of a sudden, we stop, and this guy comes out. He's like, "We need your help. You have to help us." So all of a sudden, they attach like these guns to the side of the wagon,
Oh, Jesus.
and it's like you're looking, and you have to look at it. You see, it's a paint gun, paintball gun,
Yeah.
and it's like these things coming out of the cornfield look like zombies, but they're like in like coveralls, and they got helmets on, of course.
Yeah.
And they've got the zombie masks over the helmet, and you can actually shoot these zombies with the paint gun.
Oh, hey, I want to go to that.
It was like the coolest crap. Because, like I said, at first I was like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe I paid $20 for this. So lame." And then they did that. I'm like, "Yeah."
There you go. That'd be me. Hell yeah. Oh, cool. Very cool. Very cool. I went to a haunted forest one time, and like I said, this werewolf jumped out of the tree right in front of me. Number one, that was kind of like a jump scare moment type thing.
Yeah.
And then he followed me the rest of the night through this forest. I'm like, will you just go away? And he wouldn't say anything, but he was always like right there. I'm just like, go away. But it was pretty cool, actually. They had a lot of stuff going on. But
could have turned around and kissed him. He probably was like, ugh.
Yeah, ugh. But yeah, he just sit there and cock his head and like, damn, what is wrong with you? But anyway, it was fun. We had a good time.
Are you sure he was an actor? Maybe he was one of those creatures.
Yeah, he might have been. Who knows?
Never know.
That's true. He might have been.
I've always thought about that, like especially outdoors like that, like haunted cornfields, haunted forests. It's like, how do you know they're actors?
Oh, great! Now I'm going to be thinking about that.
That's what I always think about that, like in a building or something. They can pretty much control that, but like in forest and corn, how do you know they're actors? How do you know they're part of it?
Yeah, very true. Very true. Good point. Good point there. I'll be thinking about that when I do the hydro thing. That's one thing I won't do.
Thanks for that.
I'm not going out into a cornfield. I seen that movie. Ain't happening.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they have these corn mazes now, and then like around Halloween, they'll turn them into haunted ones.
Yep, haunted corn.
And I'm thinking, I don't know, because it's like anybody can get in that cornfield.
Yeah, I saw
that.
Then
you're stuck out there, you don't know which way you're going. God knows how long it's going to take you to get through.
Yep. Nope, not doing that, I don't think.
It needs to be in the fetal position in the middle.
No. Yeah, just mumbling to myself, yeah. That'd be me. Yep, just laying there. Yeah, but if you go to these haunted cornfields, let us know what you think about them. Did you have a good time? Were they lame? What? That is one I haven't done. I haven't done a haunted corn maze. So, but you're right. Anybody could be in that field. You don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
freaky thing. I know. It's like people like, you think about the weirdest crap. I'm like, what?
It's
I
true.
think about that. I'm like, like you said that they jumped out the tree and it followed you.
Yes.
That's not normal behavior for an actor. That they're usually staying in the same
I thought
place.
maybe I knew him, but it wouldn't acknowledge that or anything. It was really bizarre.
Yes. How do you know it just wasn't some creepy person just following?
Yeah.
They weren't part of the haunted place.
Yeah, don't know. But that's very true. You just never know. Just play it safe. Go with somebody or a group. Play it safe. You never know. Could be some creep out there. Who knows?
Right.
With an axe. There you go. Glad I put that in your mind now. Enjoy that, people.
Yes.
And my favorite commercial is back on, of course, for Geico. Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Oh, yeah. I love that one. The guy standing behind him like,
yeah,
really?
why don't we just get in a running car? Are you crazy?
How about the basement?
Yeah. Let's go to the cemetery. Good idea. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's I crack up at that commercial. That's so
Yeah,
true.
me too. Especially the guy, he's standing behind him, he lifts up his mask and he's like shaking his hand like, really?
I know, yeah. Okay.
Like fish in a barrel.
Yep, got that right. It's just great. I just love that commercial because it's so cliche, but it's true, damn it. Let's not get in a running car and leave. No, what is wrong with you? Yes. So, yeah, you got to love it. So, yeah, Halloween time. Love it, love it, love it. Y'all got your decorations up?
I got most of mine up.
Yeah, me too. We should get some pictures of that.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, post some pictures. So, very cool. Very cool. I'm so looking forward to watching every horror movie imaginable. Oh, Catch. Hide Behind the Chainsaws. Yeah, I love it. Ghost Adventures. I recorded it. They're doing serial killers. Right now.
They have been.
No, they just started tonight.
Oh, I thought they were talking about it on the other week. They were talking about the serial killer.
They're going to be doing that. They were going to be doing
in that hotel. Oh, I thought they were doing it.
They're doing 4 weeks of it. It started tonight, like the whole month of October. Tonight was H.H. Holmes Murder House. So I recorded it. I'll let you know. But check those out, guys.
I thought they went. Oh, they went to the Lizzie Borden one.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. So check that show out. They went to H.H. Holmes Murder House tonight. I haven't watched it yet, of course, but it looked really good.
Have you watched that one Dead Files of those people that Jamie basically told him, hey, all right, you've got to leave. Your whole family needs to be exercised.
Yes,
This place is
like,
not safe. You're all going to die.
Yeah.
Then the video, like, hi, guys. Well, we decided to stay.
Yeah. And it's like, what? What? What is wrong? What part of this did you not hear? Yeah.
And it says activity continues.
Yes,
it's like, well,
no
you know.
Kidding. Yeah. Yeah. Chris is going, hide behind the chainsaws. Yeah. Let's not. What about getting into the running car? No, are you crazy?
Yeah.
I love it. That commercial is great. But yeah, so lots of good movies and shows on this month. So, I know what I'll be doing.
September and October are like the best months ever.
Yeah, totally. So,
and then like if you start getting into that evil mode where you see just too many, you can always go over to like the Hallmark Channel because they got like the Christmas stuff going.
Oh,
so.
Stop it. Before I get no,
I knew that was coming. I'm like, here we go. Oh god.
Yeah. When are they coming out with that movie, Chris? Do you know? With Leonardo DiCaprio is supposed to play H.H. Holmes. I just wonder when they were coming out with that movie. Yes, and they went to hit the murder house tonight on Ghost Adventures. So check it out. I DVR'd it. I'll probably be DVRing a lot of stuff this month, of course. So, but definitely check these out. It's going to be great. Yeah, I know they kept talking about making that movie, but I haven't seen anything, so I was just wondering. I'll have to check it out. They're supposed to do this movie about him, and Leonardo DiCaprio is supposed to be playing H.H. Holmes, I believe. So,
well,
interesting. So, lots of stuff going on. Get your decorations up and get your candy.
Gotta have the candy and get tricks and stuff. I don't know if kids even do that anymore, do they?
What?
Do tricks on people?
No.
Well, they'd probably get arrested these days.
Yeah,
Like when I was
probably.
a kid, you take somebody's house, it wasn't a big deal. Nowadays.
Oh, man, we used to go out and, toilet paper, everything was great. Of course, that was a big thing for football, too, so. In high school. Junior high and high school, we did that.
Yeah.
I always went out and did. And Halloween, of course. And we all knew the houses not to go to. They had the crappy candy, so.
Yeah.
Go to that house. You're giving out full size. Yay! We all went there. Yes. What's your least favorite Halloween candy?
I don't know. I go back and forth sometimes. You know what I mean? Like on what I'm so weird because there's sometimes I like certain candies, and sometimes I don't. I'm not real fond of those vanilla ones. Like the chewy taffy vanilla ones.
Oh yeah, Laffy Taffy stuff.
No, Laffy Taffy I like the fruit flavor, but I'm talking about they're almost like those peanut butter ones or like
yes,
wrappers.
yeah.
Those aren't too bad. They're not the greatest, but there's a vanilla version of that I will throw up.
Ooh, yeah, me too. Ooh, candy corn is my least favorite.
Yeah.
I don't like candy corn. I like what they call, what do they call it? Harvest corn. It's got the chocolate in it. Not the, yeah, those are okay. But the regular candy corn, ugh. So, yeah, I had the peanut butter kisses is what they called those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they got vanilla ones? Ew.
That movie you're talking about is still in production.
Is it? Oh, thank you.
It just said production announced, so that means they're doing it.
Yeah, awesome.
It says it's going to be a TV series.
Oh.
It's on IMDb, it says The Devil in the White City.
Yeah.
It's a TV series, drama, history thriller.
Oh, very
so
cool.
So maybe it's going to be like a Hulu type thing or something.
Could be cool. Cool. It's going to be creepy to say the least. So, yeah. So lots of good stuff coming up this month. So, keep checking on KBLP LLC Facebook page. Keep checking. And I'll be advertising the Haunted Hydro for sure. So you will know about it.
So you're actually going to walk through it live?
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's awesome.
Yeah, walk through it live. Then talk to the people coming out, talk to some of the characters, just...
That'll be fun.
Improv, most of it probably, but it'll be fun. It'll be cool. And of course, listening to everybody screaming, which is the best part. So, yeah. So, that's all I got for tonight. You got anything else?
Nope, not that I can think of. Just watch out for the creepy fog in freaking Wisconsin. That's all.
Got that right. That'd be
weird
strange.
Stuff going on.
Oh, great idea, Chris. I should, yes. Record the screams.
Oh, and if anybody's interested right now on Facebook, there's a group there called The Walking Dead Freak Show, and we're doing a scavenger hunt that's still going on until 7 p.m. tomorrow, and there's real prizes involved, so
I know, I can't
check
wait.
it out.
I know, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm in on it. So
one of the members just posted. She said she was going around taking pictures. She said she thinks she was followed around by the entire security staff of Kmart.
Probably. Next thing you know, she'll be in interrogation somewhere. Yeah. So.
Right.
Yeah. I love it. That's great. That is too great. So, any shout outs you want to get? Tell them where they can find us.
Okay, again at KBLP LLC on Facebook, KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube, and then we also have our own page, which is Encounters in Ecto on Facebook, and we post the links there and different creepy things like that you can find there. So that's always fun. And then we have the horror groups. We have True Horror Junkies, Horror 3-Ring Circus, and Ghoulies and Gremlins.
You got it.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah. We did it.
Yeah, check out the Walking Dead Freak Show. It's totally great. I love that. I love it. It's great. And don't forget to watch tomorrow night. So.
Yeah. Tomorrow night.
You know it.
Season 10 premiere. Woo!
And don't forget AHS on Wednesdays. You know that's on. And
yes. This is actually turning out to be one of my favorite seasons.
I'm loving it. It's great so far.
I absolutely love this season because it's got that campy just crazy. Even though it's it's a little freaky, but it's so funny to me.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's.
I am just thoroughly entertained by this season.
Yeah, it's been really good. I really liked. I think it was Coven. I really like that.
Yeah, Coven. I like that. Everybody likes Coven.
Yeah. But yeah, check it out. This is great. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's AHS 1984. Back to the slashers.
Yeah, it's hilarious. They have everything. I mean, everything. The dumb girl that goes out by herself in the woods. The sexy girl with the oversexed guy that that are targets. I mean, the ringing phone in the middle of nowhere. Nobody's there, and now all of a sudden the phone don't work. The headlights in the woods.
I gotta love it. Yeah, those were the best.
The serial killer that's haunting, the known serial killer, and then the other one that had been there in the insane asylum that escaped the mental institution. I mean, it's all there, dudes.
Yep,
it's all there.
So check it out for sure. Horror Lovers on Facebook too. Yes, Horror Lovers. Yes, absolutely. That is a good page also. Yes, so shout out to Horror Lovers also.
Horror Lovers on Facebook.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, good one. Good. Thanks for reminding me, Chris. Good job. So
I didn't know about that one. Whose is that?
It's fairly new. Jennifer Nickel runs it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
You know me, and what's funny, you think that all horror sites are the same, but they're not.
No.
Like the one that I have, the Horror 3-Ring Circus, I mostly focus on like the older genre of horror. Where it's like the I'd say like 1980 to backwards, stuff like that. Because I'm a big believer in like preserving.
Oh yes.
What was.
Oh, yes.
And also we do funny stuff and memes and stuff like that. But True Horror Junkies is kind of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the everything where you have like the it's all horror all day.
Yep.
Then Ghoulies and Gremlins has horror plus like sci-fi and comedies and different things like that. So
yeah, she's got a lot of different things out there.
Well, see, and a lot of people don't understand. Like in England and Ireland, they have in Australia too. They have these censors where a lot of the movies that we see here they can't get.
They can't get. That's very true.
They've never even seen them. So that's why their level of scary is kind of different from ours.
Yeah, very true. Can you imagine Japan's compared to ours? They're more creepy than we are.
Oh yeah, they're really tough. Yeah, I mean, as far as their horror, yeah. Same with overseas, like in Denmark, they got some. I've seen some movies from there that I can't even watch.
No,
I've got like halfway through, and I'm like, I can't watch this. I can't.
They are something.
Yeah,
to say the least. So, yeah, but check them out. These pages are.
Oh yeah, because every horror site is different.
Yeah,
and depending on what you like, and sometimes it's just a matter of mood, and, So definitely go in and check it out.
Absolutely. So, okay. Excuse me. So, hopefully, I'm sure everybody's enjoying the cooler weather up north here. South, you should be getting it. So, Chris invited you to Horror Lovers.
Bastards.
I know, right? Chris just invited you to Horror Lovers. So, there you go.
All right, yay.
Yeah,
Is
it's a
that what
good
that
page.
beep I just heard?
Yep.
I bet you was. Let's see. Oh, there it is.
Yep. There you go. So you're all
Oh
set.
my God, they didn't capitalize. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
My OCD just kicked it.
What? I did. That was my door. In case you were wondering, it's totally the total creepy door. Yes, that's
Oh
my
yeah,
door.
sure.
And
Your
I'm
sweet
not
door.
going. Yeah, and I'm not going to oil it. So enjoy it. That was my door, Chris. The creepy horror film door. Yeah, that's it. I own it.
There you go.
So, all right, guys. Have a great rest of the weekend. Don't forget The Walking Dead tomorrow night. So,
Oh, it's gonna be so awesome.
I know. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. Jennifer's drunk. Was she? Was she really? Okay.
What happened?
He said Jennifer was drunk when she created the page. Yeah, but it turned out good. So, hey, there you go.
Yeah, I said because she didn't capitalize horror. The horror
Yeah.
was just like OCD kicking in.
I know, right? It's great. It's great. It's a good page. It's fun. But anyway, yeah, sweet dreams, Chris. And that's great. I love that story. So good for her. It's doing pretty well, actually. I like it. So everybody have a great rest of the weekend. Get your Halloween stuff out. Get ready because it's going to be Halloween on KBLP LLC.
Have a good night.
That's funny, Chris. He said she didn't remember doing it.
That's funny.
That's great. Okay, so you guys have a good rest of the night, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace out, y'all.
Have a good one.